Another just hard-fought game. We beat a good basketball team tonight. They were averaging 76 points a game coming into the night, and to hold them to 50 takes an unbelievable effort. I thought we did a great job on their scores and their main shooter at the guard spot. Guys were really focused and locked in. We spent a lot of time in trying to develop a scheme to make sure that we could slow him down. Thought our guys did a great job of following the game plan. And it was a terrific team win.
You talked about shutting down their leading scorer. I think he was averaging 24 points. I mean, he only scored 4 points. So what did you guys do well that limited his offensive game tonight?
Well, I think our concentration was really good. I mean, we knew that he was a threat, and we knew that if he played the way he had been playing, it's going to be very difficult to beat them because he's an NBA caliber guard. I mean, he can score. He averages 8 or 9 rebounds a game, shooting 45% from three. So, we respected his game a great deal. And I think in talking about him and just having our guys understand the importance of kind of slow him down. Usually don't stop a guy like that. You're just trying to slow him down. And I thought our guys really were locked in. Their concentration was at a high level, and we were able to kind of slow them down, which gave us a better chance at winning.
Coach Taylor earns the MVP for this tournament. What is it like to coach him? How has his transition been from high school to college?
He's been great to coach, as I said earlier, and mainly because he's a great listener. He's coachable. He wants to learn, and he's, like I said, he's very skilled. I mean, he can score inside, he can score outside. Defensively, he can guard multiple positions. So he's a piece that is unique, in college basketball. And so just trying to find ways to put him in position to be successful out there. And to his credit, he's played well, and I think the best basketball is still ahead of him.
Coach, Freeman was fantastic, 9.7 boards, plus 14, and he always brings that energy that you talk about him. He was such a difference maker. Speak to having him and counting on him when the chips are down, like tonight where you needed more from him with obviously CJ not available.
He was a great spark for us. He had been practicing very well. Then he got injured, and he missed about 3 weeks straight right before we started the season, of course. And that kind of derailed him a little bit, slowed him down. So he's still rounding into the player he's going to become. This is kind of glimpses of what we were seeing this summer and in the fall, what you saw today. So I think he's still going to continue to grow and get better as each game, goes by, as he gets his rhythm. But I'm really happy for him. It was a great team win, and he gave us a great spark off the bench.
Coach, what is CJ's status? Do we understand he maybe tweaked something in pregame? What happened?
Yeah, he did. He tweaked it at the Oklahoma State game. And, and so then we tried to rest and recover and treatment as many times as we could before we practiced the next day. It still was, really, really sore. And so then, treated him. It's gotten better, of course. But then even today when we had to shoot around, he still was not, he wasn't able to go. And so we're not going to put a young man out on the court in that kind of situation. It's better for him to get healthy, which he will. It's not nothing, that other than just rest and treatment and recovery, he should be fine. So we just keep on working with him and get him back as soon as we can.
Coach, the threes fell in the first half. That really helped your offensive game in that first half.
It did. I think both teams like I said, were having defensive masterpieces. And then, we started making a few threes. We weren't really making too many other shots, but we were making the three ball. And I think that kind of, opened up the lead a little bit, 9-point lead at halftime. And, seeing that ball going was good for some of our guys because that gave them confidence, I think, in the second half to play a little freer.
Coach, what can a win like this in a tournament format, playing two quality programs, especially as you look for this team to build chemistry and a lot of new faces? What does a championship like this mean for this ball club?
Well, I think it's huge because, you always, very few teams have an opportunity to play for a championship, to even play for one. So to have that opportunity to play in this environment at a neutral site against quality opponents, terrific coaches, I think it just gives your team, more confidence and show what they're capable of doing. Because now when during the season, you're in these situations, you've already experienced it. So you kind of know what you need to do to be successful in them. So, it's one thing to play in it, but then after you win the championship, that's even better. That's even a bonus for us. So our guys, I thought they did a great job. I think they'll grow from this experience of learning how to win in this type of environment, how to win against these kind of opponents, and we'll carry it forward.
Your defense was playing man-to-man, switching a lot. As opposed to other schemes, how was that successful for you tonight?
I thought it was good for us. I mean, they have so many weapons. They have one terrific scorer, of course, but they have guys that can score inside. They have other shooters on the team. Several of their players are 40% three-point shooters besides number 22. So, you really have to be locked in and focused on who are the shooters, aware of where they were. And in the post, we had to guard in the post, we had to be strong in there. And I thought our guys did do that. But we took away the three ball from them, which they're very good at. And we didn't let them get anything easy around the basket, and that's the two things we really tried to concentrate on. And I thought for the most part, we did a good job of that.
Coach, obviously you talked about the experience of playing in the Bahamas for your players and joining that experience. Saturday, I guess you had Shane Battier speak to the team. Take us through that, and what did he deliver the message to your players?
He was amazing. I mean, he was an inspiration. It wasn't just basketball. It was about life and being successful in life. And, we talked about basketball from the standpoint of, how to become successful. You're judged on one thing in the sport, and that's winning. And so he was the ultimate winner. So he kind of talked about winning and a winning mindset and, and just leaving everything out there on the court and not just, holding anything back and not pacing yourselves when you go out and play. And I think those guys took it to heart. I thought he did a great job. I think he inspired a lot of our guys with his speech. And then they asked him a lot of questions. They had a chance to ask him a lot of questions. He was gracious enough to take in questions, and I had to stop everybody because they were going to keep going. I'm like, he's on vacation, right? Because this wasn't planned. He was on vacation. So I'm like, look, let me get back. Your wife is waiting for you at the beach. So we have to get him out of here. But he was good. He was great, very inspirational, and talked about just mindset, talked about, being a champion and how to win.
Coach, how do you hope to build on winning a trophy here in the early part of the season for the confidence and the chemistry of this team? What will this championship mean now?
I think it's always great for our program to know we can be in these situations and we can be successful. It's great for our young men, like I said, to have this type of success in a mini tournament like this. Just helps you as you move forward because you're going to be in other tournaments and situations. And I think you have a kind of a little bit of a roadmap of what you have to do, how you prepare, how hard you have to play, quick turnarounds between games, all the things that are a little bit unique from the regular season. So I think our guys will learn from that. And our staff, we're growing. I thought our staff did a great job in preparation. I thought we were ready for, what we faced, that there were not many surprises with other teams doing, but our staff was amazing. And so just really think that we all got better from this experience.
Does that trophy get a good spot on the return flight?
Yes, it will. It'll take a first class seat. It's great. And then we'll put it in, our arena or in one of our offices. But it's great to be a champion. And our guys, that's something that they'll be able to have for the rest of their life. Like these are the memories that you create for young people. For the rest of their life, they'll always remember coming down here to the Bahamas, playing against a really good field and winning a championship. They'll never forget this. And that's why sport is so great for these type of moments.
Coach, I know you said obviously you'll never forget winning a championship in the Bahamas, but just how did you enjoy the last few days down there? Did you and your staff, I know you're there to coach basketball, did you have a little bit of R&R time?
No, not me. You already know what I'm down here to do. And
you didn't have any nice meals or anything, or?
We had a really good team meal last night. We took the whole team out to a restaurant right here in the facility. We had a great meal with our guys, spent time fellowshipping with them. And that was fun. That's the only thing I did the entire time, just preparing for games. These games are coming quick. You have a lot of preparing to do after the first game, especially with a turnaround of one day off. And that day you're spending all your time watching tape and you have practice. So you have to prepare for all of those things. So no, we were really focused on what we wanted to do. And I'm proud of our guys because they also stayed focused. There's a lot of times you can come here in a place like this, you can easily be distracted. I thought our guys were very mature in how they handled it.
What have you learned about your team that you didn't know before the season started, considering all the adversity you've had with the injuries that we've talked about through 5 games, and they seem to have responded? What have you learned about this group?
Well, I really like their grit. I really like their fight. I mean, there are a lot of things we can clean up for sure. But those two things, from day one, I haven't questioned their grit, their fight. They've shown a never give up attitude in games. And that's not just this weekend. They've done that, in all of our games. And so, you don't know about your team until then. And now, that I've seen it now, through 5 games. Just really, really, proud of them for that. And we need to keep that going.
What'd you think of the double dunk?
I know, right? The double dunk was you don't see that too often. That just shows guys are very aggressive. They're pursuing basketballs, and I'd rather have that than nobody go up there. So really, really happy that they were aggressive trying to make a play to help their team.
All right.
All
Thank you,
good.
Coach.